the world getting redesigned, in the months between them, like in universe, like Silver Moon just suddenly gets a makeup job done after artist trashes it, rather than rebuild process. It gets just they just like do a whole huge landscaping project going on, just just immersion breaking, I think it's the phrase. Attack,
What is it now?
leg it. Okay. Oh, I accidentally grabbed one of my workers. Okay. You know the song of Run Boy Run? That's what's in my head right now. Just change the boy for, well, at least in the title, for artist, and I'm quite happy. I wonder if they've done much rebuilding here. The answer is no. The rest of his jaunt in should be pretty uneventful then. And the towers didn't even bother attacking. Nice. That was awfully friendly of them.
Citizens of Silver Moon, I have given you ample opportunities to surrender, but you have stubbornly refused. Know that today, your entire race and your ancient heritage will end. Death itself has come to claim the high home of the elves. Now arise, Kel'Thuzad, and serve the Lich King once again.
I am reborn as promised. The Lich King has granted me eternal life.
I've upheld my end of the bargain, Lich. Are you ready to tell me about the Dreadlords now?
Certainly, but not here. They have eyes and ears everywhere. We'll talk where it's safe.
But then, in that case, don't they already know that are suspicious of them, and Kel'Thuzad, basically what Artist just said there, tipped their hand. Because it kind of sounds like it has. Anyway, like I said, we're upset, it's just like, that really gets under my skin, because I'm very obsessive about this kind of thing. Yeah, come on. But to be honest, I mightn't sound too obsessive or too bothered by it. That's because I'm tired. And if I'm difficulties getting my point across, that's because equally I'm tired. So yeah. I've really acknowledged how fucking creepy that sounds. Like, goddamn. So anyway, next one. Oh, so you got a bit of a asparagus on your teeth. Ugh. The revelation. 3 days later, somewhere in the wintry peaks of the Alterac Mountains. And you can then see a bit of map of Lordaeron. Well, it's actually not just Lordaeron, is it? Not actually sure what was the length and breadth of Lordaeron. I think like with Stratholme there and Heartglen, that was like Eastern Lordaeron. But what's down here? Guess that Anderhall and Brill and Stradbad must be the Alterac Kingdom. Maybe that's just in the mountains. Maybe down there is also Lordaeron. What's the borders for this place? Then there's the Airy Peak, which is the Dwarven territory. There's Durnhold. Huh. Anyway. My mind is still on that Warcraft 4 thing, because I'm thinking, did I even make sense there? But yeah, basically my entire concern was if they did a Warcraft 4 and had it concurrent in the same setting and at the same time as WoW, how would they handle the two storylines going on? And I obviously like they could just do it, but could they do it in? Will they do it in a way that makes it feel like a proper setting? Like if there's some huge thing going on in like Warcraft 4, there should be some acknowledgement, even only a small thing, in WoW. If it's Westfall has just gotten blown the fuck up. If an NPC talking about it. Just like I was saying about the Doomsayers or Doomcriers or whatever they're called. I can't actually remember the phrase. Just some like token little thing to make the world feel more alive and connected, rather than disjointed. Because that's one game and this is another game, so no connection, even if they're in the same setting. I somehow doubt they'll do that, but I know I'm feeling rather pessimistic right now. So that's just my concern or my fear. So yeah, that's my thought process. I know I keep saying that every so often, but it's just I keep feeling I said it wrong every preceding time. Give me 10 minutes, I'll feel the same way about this.
So, you're not upset about me killing you that one time?
Don't be foolish. The Lich King told me how our encounter would end.
The Lich King knew that I would kill you?
Of course. He chose you to be his champion long before the Scourge even began.
If he's so all-knowing, then how can the Dreadlords control him like they do?
They are agents of the ones who created our master, the fiery lords of the Burning Legion.
What is this Legion?
It is a vast demonic army that has consumed countless worlds beyond our own. Now it comes to serve this world, the Flame. Our master was created to pave the way for its arrival. The Dreadlords were sent to make sure that he succeeded.
So the Plague in Lordaeron, the citadels in Northrend, the slaughtering of the elves. It was all just to prepare for some huge demonic invasion?
Yes. In time, you will find that our entire history is being shaped by the coming conflict. Now come, we have much work to do.
Like I was kind of thinking, like, remember I was saying, like, how should I phrase it? Again, this is why I liked writing and typing things out, because I can phrase things and make sure they sound right and hum and haw over it plenty before I say it. If I do it here, I know I find it a lot more clumsy than, even if I start and end recordings and edit stuff, it feels a lot more clumsy, a lot more work, It's easier to erase a sentence than it is to edit a sentence out. But remember I was saying about how making the world feel more alive and whatnot, and I was thinking, if they did Warcraft 4 and made some throwaway mention to a minor thing, because part of my logic was like, say something like that, like they're, like this happened in Warcraft 4, like some huge like world-changing event. It'd be weird if that was completely ignored within the game happening at the same time, the same setting. So like if they ever did a Warcraft 4 and were having them in the same setting, they'd kind of have to have the two games interlinked if they're going to have to make any degree of sense. Unless they're doing it in a separate timeline. So here's hoping Blizzard sees that logic. Who knows though? Chapter 6, Blackrock and Roll 2. The next morning, on the outskirts of the Blackrock clan village.
Isn't it time you told me about the second phase of the plan, Lich?
Certainly. The first phase of the Lich King's plan was to engineer the Scourge, which would eradicate any group that might resist the Legion's arrival.
Like the forces of Lordaeron and the High Elves.
Exactly. The second phase is to actually summon the Demon Lord, who will spark the invasion.
So where are we going now?
There is a nearby encampment of Blackrock orcs who maintain a functional demon gate. I must use the gate to commune with the Demon Lord and receive his instructions.
Yeah, and even though the orcs are demon aligned, we aren't exactly friends. And actually, let me save.
Behold, the Frostworm. These undead dragons are the Lich King's favored pets. This one shall serve us well.
Ooh, and now we can get Disease Cloud. And do we have a slaughterhouse? No. Okay, got those coming out. Upgrade the Hulk dead. Grab 2 ghouls, center them there.
Where shall my
Get
blood
you. Can't get on yet. But there's an attack incoming eventually.
tread lightly? Ah, at last.
Actually, I think there might be 2 attacks incoming.
Legion has sent the dead to test us. Victory to the Blackrock clan!
We orcs are the true servants of the Burning Legion. These mindless undead are weak, pure.
Your people failed their task, Savage. You too must be scourged from the world.
Damn. The one that was go back. The one that was least damaged by that was the
He dropped a large tome. Is it magical?
It is a tome of demon lore. No doubt his comrades carry it as well.
Manual of
I've
Health.
encountered these demon-worshipping orcs before. How do they fit into all this?
That, young one, is a very complicated matter. Suffice it to say, they no longer hold any favor with the Legion.
So now we actually have now we've a oh, we don't have a side quest. Maybe it's an unofficial side quest. Basically, kill the we actually I think we do get it as a side quest in a moment. But basically, kill the leaders of each of. There we go. I just jumped the gun. Yes, kill the leaders of each of the each of the villages, and when you do so, you'll get a book, and this book will boost your a stat of some sort. The one I got there was a manual of health. So it boosted Artis's health by whoever, God knows how much. I do believe there's like a strength book and stuff like that you can get, so it's well worth doing. It's very beneficial. I was tempted in giving it to Kel'Thuzad because there is a quest later on where his health, it does matter, but I'm not sure if his health will, like, I'm partly worried that his health will basically reset and just be his health as at level 10 without any upgrades kind of thing, you know?
Speak, fool.
Okay, this is nearly done. Need an altar of darkness. We have a sacrificial pit we can make, which allows us, well, which we have, allows us to turn our guys into this, which are invisible units with true sight for scouting. We saw actually we did see these before, didn't we? But yeah, that's how we make them. We sacrifice acolytes at the sacrificial pit. That is exactly what it says on the tin.
My fate is sealed. My will be done. I gladly obey.
the gap between those is kind of annoying me. There we go. Back here. Okay, quite annoyingly, they've chosen quite poor positionings for the base. Okay, back here. Kill them. Come on. They've chosen quite poor positioning for the there we go. For the base, because there's an orc village over here, villages over here, and over here. They have 3 paths into our base. So, however many villages are on to the north and the east, they'll all filter down from here and here. So while they can't just attack from any angle, there's a lot just attacking us from three different from 3 angles. It'd be better if, you know, we're in a slightly different position where they can only attack us from one angle, and it's, you know, like with only one village right next to us, you know. The others are a bit further away, kind of thing. Did I forget to put? Yeah, I think I forgot to put down an altar. Center on him. Center on him. Stay there. Well, let's grab these. These. Nothing more to say than that. And here is a raider. Highly mobile wolf raider. Effective against buildings. Can learn the ensnare ability.
More gold is required.
Whoa, shit.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh, also Kel'Thuzad. Ooh, ice armor. He can get Frost Nova, which is an AoE damage ability. He can get Frost Armor. It does 100 target damage, and it does ever-increasing Nova damage. He can get Frost Armor, which adds 3, 5, or 7 armor to a unit, friendly unit. He can learn Dark Ritual, which can sacrifice health of a friendly undead unit to give him mana, 33, 66, or 100%. Then he learns Death and Decay, which is his ultimate, which damages everything in its area of effect by 4% of its base hit points per second, also destroys trees.
Research complete.
Damn it. Oh, I did lose a meat wagon. Grab that, grab this. I do believe these orcs have flying units. If not, there is the least flying units on the map. And we do want the ability to engage.
You call.
No one wants to.
Back here. Is a little hidden thing. It's not really a big deal, but it's kind of a may as well mess with it kind of thing. Also, we'll give Kel'Thuzad the bit of gear I kept for him.
Research complete.
Beautiful. And once more.
Research complete. Our forces are under attack.
Go back. Oh, shit. Go back. That's the building. Fucking goblin sappers. Okay. The amount of health they can heal via cannibalism is quite substantial.
Speak, fool.
Okay. Over here.
Where shall my
You.
skills